Alright guys, we are live. We are live. Let me refresh this. Sorry for the delay, guys. It's been a crazy last 48 hours. Chan Reyes, good to see you back, brother. Good to see you back. We're playing Betis today. As you can tell, I am not home. I don't have my usual setup. I am not in Madrid currently. That is not why I didn't release a YouTube video for the matchday vlog against Alaves. I was at the stadium, but I just don't think the scene is worth the time and energy to have to edit and put out a video. Here we go. Betis on the attack, Betis on the attack. We're reacting live, guys. Welcome in to those of you who are just tuning in. Welcome to another live stream here in the ReMin Familia channel. Chan, what's your score prediction for today? I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what predictions you have for today's match. I'm not very hopeful. I'm not very hopeful in this LaLiga title. I see a lot of people are getting excited because LaMin got injured. Let me see if I can go live on TikTok as well. And ever since LaMin got injured, I see people thinking that that's gonna make much of a difference. I don't think we have a chance at all at La Liga. But Barca do have a more complicated schedule the rest of the way. They do play against Getafe on Saturday, and if you guys know anything about Barcelona playing Getafe, oh my god, that was a handball, bro. I'm so sorry, but that was such a big handball, bro. What is that? That has to be reviewed, bro. Did you guys see that? What was that? Yo, Wanda, what's up? To my German Madridistas, good to see you. Shout out to everybody who's in the stream. Good to see you guys. Good to see. Yo, that's a handball, bro. Is that not a handball? Yo, was that not a handball for you guys? 2-1 Madrid. Chan Reyes with the score prediction. I want to predict a 2-1 Madrid too. Every time I see Madrid play in this stadium, it gives me some really sad memories. Some really sad memories. I don't know why Betis aren't playing in Benito Villamarin. They just said that it was not a penalty, but I want to see the replay. Oh, bro, dude. The thing is, it really depends on where the ball hits him. If it hits him in the shoulder, then it's not a penalty, but... who do I want to win, Madrid or Real Betis? This is a Real Madrid fan channel, brother. There's no way in hell I'm going to root against me. Although I've seen some journalists lately root against the team just for the sake of rooting against the team, which I don't really see the thrill in that. Let me see if I can go live on TikTok. Corner for Real Madrid. We got Trent Alexander-Arnold on the take. He crosses it. Oh, dude, the goalkeeper really let it go. Yo, guys, how's the noise, by the way? Yo, Chan Reyes, how's the noise? I didn't see the handball. To me, the thing is, I don't know if it was a handball or not. I don't know if it hit him in the shoulder. I don't know if it hit him in the arm. You can't really trust La Liga referees no matter which side they favor. So, this is La Liga, bro. You just got to pray that referees aren't going to mess up the game, and it is what it is. Another corner for Real Madrid. Trent Alexander-Arnold kicking in. No Arda Güler in the starting lineup today. Kind of sad about that. I think Garda needs to cook. I put him in the thumbnail, bro. I put him in the thumbnail for the stream. Not much of a noise. Can you guys hear me, though? Chan Reyes, can you hear me? Please let me know. Because I do have the AC running here, and there's no way that I can shut it off. I'm at my parents' house. I don't want to suffocate them in this Miami heat. Because, you know anything about Florida, it's humidity central. 4 minutes in. Is Fede Valverde playing center back? Am I tripping? Yo, is Fede Valverde playing center back? As you can tell, I got ready for the stream like super last minute, so I'm trying to make it work as much as possible. I haven't even gone live on TikTok. I want to talk about the starting lineup. I haven't even seen it, though. Lunin is still in goal. I think that, honestly, as much as I love Lunin, I think that if Courtois played against Bayern, I think the story could have been different. I think it would have been different. I don't know how much different. I don't know if we would have been Bayern. That's That's an assumption. We got General Mendy on the ball. Good to see Mendy back, man. Good to see Mendy back. I remember last year, Mendy was given a contract extension, and the club didn't announce it. Oh my God, Fede Valverde with the touch. And the club didn't announce it. And then Mendy's representatives and everybody just came out and said, like, yo, why the hell is nobody announcing that we just renewed Mendy? It gave me the impression that the club didn't want the fans to know that we renewed him because Mendy wasn't that popular amongst the fans. Now, I don't know what happened. But now everybody loves General Mendy, bro. Oh, what a pass by Vinny to Mbappe. Mbappe kind of ruined the play on that one. Vinny. Good ball, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Corner. Real Madrid are playing well. Of course, because there's nothing to play for. That's when they start playing well in LaLiga. Lots to talk about, guys. Lots to talk about. There's lots of managerial rumors, which I'm going to be dropping a video on this very soon. I'm going to be dropping 3 different videos. They are tier list videos. I want to do one on the manager that we should sign. I want to do one on the players that we should sell and the players that we should sign as well. Nope. Dude, this stadium gives me PTSD, bro. I don't know why they're playing here, by the way. I have zero clue why they're playing here. Because Betis does not play at La Cartuja. Betis plays in Benito Villamarin. Hold on. I need to put in the live chat. I'm telling you guys, I got ready super last minute. There it is. There's the live chat, bro. I'm going to put it like this. I need a little bit more. Yeah. There you go. Looks good. Chenrace dominating the chat as always. Chenrace is a go, bro. Fede Valverde, no. Huijsen is playing center back. I don't know why I thought Fede Valverde was playing center back for a second. Need to go live on TikTok. Thiago Vitach with the ball. Thiago Vitach running the counter attack. Gives it to Vinny. Vinny on the ball. Vinny in the ball. Come on, Vinny. Come on. Cook. Gives it to Brahim. What a cross for Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. He absolutely sent it over. I got excited on that one. I think speech from Papa Pérez is finally weird. You're talking about the fact that he went down to the what's it called? He went down to the locker room after the loss to Bayern Munich. But we did play against. Dude, I thought we played so bad against Alaves. I thought we played so bad. Honestly, I think that's the one time I was at the stadium which I really didn't want to be in there. And it's sad to say, like, I know it's everyone's dream to visit that stadium, but put the game on the screen, brother. I cannot do that without getting banned. I am not gonna get taken down or flagged for copyright. So unfortunately, brother, I cannot put the game on the screen. Arda injured. Oh yeah, Arda's injured, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, now I have to replace this thumbnail. Thiago Vitach on the ball. Arda Güler is injured. Thiago Militao. Eder Militao also injured. Listen, guys, we have nothing to play for. If somehow the league is revitalized, it's because Barca lose to Getafe, which I don't think it's going to happen, but they don't have Rafinha or LaMine, which is why people have been getting excited. But I don't understand why. I need to look up why Betis are playing at the Cartuja, because this is weird. This is really weird. This is so weird. This is not the Betis stadium, for those of you who don't know. Betis plays at a honestly, a spectacular stadium. I love the Benito Villamarin. I think it's a really cool stadium. It's in a beautiful city. Sevilla is incredible. And they have an incredible fan base. For those of you who don't know, Andalusia is like a whole different way of experiencing the game because they don't give a shit about Real Madrid or Barcelona. They only care about Sevilla and Betis, and it's like a different world. What a ball by Brahim! What a mischance by Kylian Mbappe! Atlético Madrid lost Copa del Rey in this stadium a couple days ago. This is where they play the the final. But again, this is not the stadium for Real Betis. This is not. I'm gonna try to go live on TikTok. I've said that like 20 times. Now that I remember that Aguilar is injured, now I have to replace him from the thumbnail, which is great, just great. Let me see, cha. If it is playing in the mid, yeah, brother. I don't know what. I'm tripping out, bro. I'm tripping out. I'm on one. Ooh, that was a tough 50-50 by Rudiger. We got Brahim losing the ball. Bellingham still. Thiago Pitach is playing really well. Thiago Pitach is playing really well. I saw a lot of rumors that the reason why Arbeloa decided to bring on Camavinga is because Florentino gave him shit for playing Thiago Pitach over a player like Camavinga. And look how that turned out. I said it on stream. When Camavinga came on, I wanted to see Thiago Pitach instead of Camavinga. What could have been? I feel bad for Camavinga though, because he got absolutely destroyed on social media. I do think it's his fault. I'm the first person to say it. I do think it's his fault. Let me see if I can. I'm going to put this thing. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Real should play in case Barca goes to the Giga streak. Yo, I don't think it'd be crazy for Barca to actually like blow the league just because of all the injuries that they have. Yo, what did the keeper just do, bro? Never seen that before. Yo, Valverde with a volley pass to Lunin from our half of the field. Haven't seen that one before. Real Betis. Yo, I'm sorry. This is killing me. I need to know why Betis are not playing at home. Benito Villamarin. Benito Villamarin. Is he under construction? Oh, it's because they're rebuilding it. Damn, it's been 2 weeks since the demolition. I think that Betis have actually been playing here all season long. How did I not realize that? But I don't think that's right. I've watched Betis games. I know what the Benito Villamarin looks like. Betis on a counter. Yo, that striker looks like Osimhen, bro. I saw rumors that Osimhen was actually going to come to Real Madrid. I don't know how I feel about that. Really don't know how I feel about that. Mendy's injured all the time. Should he stay? Yeah, I think Mendy needs to stay, bro. Yeah, I actually never finished talking about this. Mendy was offered a contract extension without actually being announced, bro. Mbappe is on one, bro. Like, what is this? Mbappe's gonna score today. Mark my words. Bastiani got 6 games banned. Yeah, let me finish on the Mendy talk. Because Mendy got a contract extension last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if he stays at all. I would keep all 3 left backs that we have, because Mendy is too injury prone. He can be rotated with Fran Garcia, and I think Alvaro Carreras has had a really good season, bro. Like, I think people have been very unfair with him. He played terrible against Bayern Munich. I'm the first person to say it. I've never complained to a manager more in my life at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu than how I complained. I was bitching at Arbeloa. Like, I was pretty low to the, like, I was close to the field. I think if I would have been close to the bench, Arbeloa would have heard me, bro. They probably would have kicked me off for the way that I was speaking to Arbeloa, bro. Because I couldn't understand how Olise was just dancing around Carreras, and you have Camavinga, who's a proven left back, and you have Fran Garcia, who was playing very well over the last 3 games before the first Bayern match, and they wouldn't replace him. What a play by Thiago Pitach. Good pass by Vinny Jr. Send out wide. Oh, guys. Hold on, guys. I need I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Put this like this. Nah, dude, but why? Why can I? No. Gonna have to, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Real Madrid, Mustafa. Welcome in. Real should play in case Barca goes Gigaloos. Yeah, read that before. It's possible, man. Again, I speak so much during the streams that I actually never finish my thoughts, but Barca have a really bad track record playing against Getafe, and they play at Getafe, and Getafe is a very defensive team. And if you know anything about Getafe, it's that they're a defensive team, but for Barca to go over there and play without LaMine and Rafinha is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen. Come on, bro. I gotta go live on TikTok. Seriously, you're only posting now, whatever. How do you go live? Dude, for the Vinny with a goal. Vinny scored. ¿Qué tan fácil se mete con el público? Vinny 1-0, guys. Vinny 1-0. Real Madrid take the lead. 17 minutes in. The 17th minute of playtime. Real Madrid are ahead. Honestly, I wish I could get excited. Bro, but let's see if there was any offside controversy. Ooh, Mbappe was offside. Did Mbappe touch the ball? No, it was just a shot. It was a good follow-up play by Vinny. Yo, Betis looked dead, bro. Betis were beating... who was it that they were playing in the Europa League? Or was it the Conference League? I can't even remember. But they had a 2-goal lead, and they absolutely blew it in the last 10 minutes of the game. And Betis fans are very outspoken. I like Betis as a team. I really like Betis as a team. If I had to pick a Sevilla team, it would be Betis. Betis is a team that we sympathize quite a lot with. Pistani got a 6 game ban. Guys, I told you, bro. Like, it would have been really crazy if we didn't see how to scale live rewards. TikTok. All right. 1-0 Real Madrid, guys. 1-0 gol de Vinicius. It's hard to get excited, man. It's hard to get excited. This happened to me at the stadium. I filmed the matchday vlog, by the way, guys, but I chose not to post it because think about this. I was watching the game with your boy Saki. Saki is one of the craziest fans I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. He's my boy. I watched it with him. He's a crazy fan. We both kind of felt the same way at the stadium. It just wasn't exciting. The game itself, it was just an annoying Real Madrid performance once again. They're playing against a really low-table team, and they play that the way that they play. I don't know, man. Let's see. Settings. About me. Alright, we're going live on TikTok as well. Need to change the score, brother. Alright, we are live on TikTok too. Tier 1, Vinny Jr. with the goal. Vinny Jr. Vinny has officially opened up the scoring against Betis. So those of you on TikTok, we are also live on... Is there a way to change the the name of the TikTok. Settings. Let's see. Hear your voice. Marked viewers, muted account. No. Wait. Whoa. Nope. Enhance, sticker, music, voice effects, background. Wow. Visit the cam. Did the score change? Did I fix the score? Yes, I did. 20 minutes into the game, guys. 20 minutes into this game. Oh, dude, but how do I... Guys, those of you on TikTok, I am trying to figure out how this works. Because this is only my second ever stream on TikTok. So those of you on the YouTube, well, those of you on the YouTube, you already know what the score is, what the minute is. So those of you on the TikTok, Real Madrid are winning 1-0 in Sevilla against Real Betis. Vinicius Jr. opening up the score with a tap-in. Good poacher's goal by Vinicius Jr. With a shot from Feo Valverde to start off this scoring performance by the team. Hopefully there's more goals. Dude, watching Bellingham play against Betis reminds me of the goal that he scored during his first year. That version of Bellingham was... Bellingham's through. Ooh. Yo, how do you change the title of this live, bro? Or is that not possible to do? Jesus. Yo, was that a handball? Yo, that was a handball. But see, that's the problem, though. Brahim had a crazy handball in the first half, which I am still unsure whether it was a handball or not, but they didn't call it, so now they're not going to call this one. La Liga. Dude, what is this, bro? What in the fuck is this? Rainy day's been getting me dumb. Fuck it. Yeah, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. We are reacting live to the Real Madrid Real Betis match. Diego Vitach is on. Yo, you have so much space. You do it, bro. He was offsides. There's no way that he wasn't offsides. Betis players are getting in. Yeah, he was way offsides. Actually, not that way offsides, actually, but... This Real Madrid doesn't play as a team. Karim Benzema did say that. Karim Benzema had an interview. What was it, like two days ago? Maybe it was even yesterday that it was released. I can't even remember. But Benzema came out and complained that Real Madrid does not play as a team. Like he compared it to PSG. You look at PSG, everybody plays together, everybody has a function within the team, everybody follows orders, everybody is one. They don't really have that many stars, as he put it, even though I think Vitinha is an incredible player. I think Nuno Mendes is an incredible player. And he did single out Dembele for being the only star in that team, but I get the feeling that Real Madrid has never really played as a team like that. Not really, man. Not really, not really. Bellingham was in offsides in the previous attack, maybe. Potentially. I don't think that he was on through though. This is La Liga, guys, though. This is La Liga. Can't really expect much from these referees. No Arda Güler today, by the way. Arda Güler is not in the starting lineup. He is not even in the squad because he contracted an injury, which now... Oh, yeah, Bellingham was not offsides, Chenries. You're absolutely right. They just showed the replay. I don't think that was a handball by the Betis player, by the way, because I think that the distance between the kick of the ball and the contact that it makes with the defender's hand is too short for it to give a defender a fair enough chance to avoid contact. And I think that's actually very important. That's actually a part of the rule that people don't really know, that the distance of the kick and the contact with the handball is actually a big component as to why certain handballs are called or not. Now, I think that this sport has a really big issue because I don't think that refereeing calls, some of them are just up to interpretation, and it's just absolute bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, it should be black or white. Even if there are some plays in which you cannot fully give it a black or white feeling, it should be black or white. Look at the NFL. Look at, well, the NBA is another story, but... So those of you on the TikTok, if you want to join the YouTube stream, we have a lot more features on screen. You can keep up with the time and the score of the match live. Unfortunately, I cannot show you guys the actual match because it's gonna get taken down. Let me play around with this. Yeah, wallpaper drawing, yes. Okay, cool. Mbappe just outbodied the shit out of the Betis player. Here's the counter. Mbappe going all himself. Dude, but this is what I'm talking about. This is... Mbappe, bro. I prefer Mbappe over Vinny, guys. I do, but I am the first person to say that I think Mbappe really needs to learn how to... Why did he just a small push? Oh, that was a crazy mag. Mbappe's crazy, dude. But Mbappe needs to learn. Mbappe really needs to learn how to get along with his teammates, man. I think that the chemistry is just not there, and I think Mbappe really needs to learn how to play triangle football, bro. Triangulation is important, and I don't think that. Which is why I really want Mourinho, bro. Mourinho comes, we're going to talk about that. Eventually, we're going to talk about that. But Chouameni, people asking in the chat about Chouameni. Chouameni is out due to muscle fatigue. Chouameni is not playing because of... I guess it's not really an injury. I think it's just maintenance. Listen, guys. None of these players have anything to play for anymore. Mbappe is really the only one that has something to play for. He has the golden boot to play for, but outside of that, this team is kind of done for the season, and because of that, I do not see any sort of motivation whatsoever. Fede Valverde with another range effort that ends up in Vinny Jr.'s goal. Great job by Vinny Jr. to being in the right spot, right time. I think the Betis line looks lethargic, though. I really do. I don't think that the Betis center back line is playing well, like at all. They look tired. They look like they're a lot slower than usual. Bartra on the floor. Betis defender warming up. Bartra will forever be a Real Madrid legend. Not something that he would probably enjoy hearing. Barca Academy player, known for how Bale absolutely destroyed him in the Copa del Rey final, 2014 Copa del Rey final. Never forget that moment. Never forget that moment. Oh, those Clásicos were so fun to watch, bro. They were so fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, I think that the Clásicos now are fun to watch as well, but as much as this, or as much as it was back then, not at all. The rivalry was just different back then. Although Lamine Yamal is making it spicier. I think we're heading in the direction of another big El Clásico era. But watching Messi, Ronaldo go head to head, and then Bale and Neymar go head to head, and then Mourinho and Guardiola go head to head, even though Bale wasn't there already. I think. So as long as Messi and Ronaldo were playing against each other, El Clásico was different, bro. It was just different. There's a different vibe. Ishaga Usaini, hello, my brother. Let me know if I mispronounce your name. So those of you on the TikTok, if you want to join the YouTube stream, highly recommend you do so. Highly recommend you do so. We got a lot more features on the screen. Oh man. Jude Bellingham picking up a foul. El Ingeniero Pellegrini is still coaching. He is Real Betis coach. Bartra officially pulled out injured. Isco on the bench, man. It's so nice to see Isco, but it's so sad to not see him play. I wonder if he's going to be taken to the World Cup, but I doubt it. And it's sad because I know that was something that he wanted to achieve. He called up in the World Cup squad. Friendly reminder that 8 years ago, in the 2018 World Cup, Isco was the biggest star in the Spanish national team. That was prime Isco, bro. Prime Isco was very, very special. Very, 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 very special. Real Madrid on the attack. Brahim on the ball. Opens it. Oh, what a ball. Oh, that was perfect. That was a perfect run, too. Nah, Brahim. I've seen a lot of people complain and say that Mbappe needs to play right wing. You guys think Mbappe needs to play right wing? Oh, my God. Because I don't think so. I think that we would be... But it's so complicated with Vinny at the left. We need a two-striker system, guys. Real Madrid want to achieve big things this year. They need a two-striker system. Vinny sent through. Vinny on the ball. Vinny cuts. Is he going to shoot? No, he tries to give it to Bellingham. Fails. Gives it to Mbappe. Mbappe, you have to be touched out wide, bro. What a ball by Kylian Mbappe. What a ball. Yo, that was crazy. But I'm telling you, Mbappe, he kind of lacks link-up IQ, bro. That was a save, by the way. That was a corner. Was that not a corner? Dude, these referee cams are sick. I think that was a corner, no? Did they give it a corner or no? Yes, they give it a corner. Corner para el Real Madrid. So as you on the TikTok, it's 1-0 to Real Madrid beating Real Betis in this this LaLiga fixture that is it's a little depressing because we don't really have anything to play for. We can keep the title hopes alive for LaLiga, but that's as far as it's really gonna go. Goalkeeper clears. Mbappe on the ball. Mbappe with his head up, fakes. Dude, Mbappe's so good, bro. Mbappe's so nasty, bro. But oh, yo, wasn't that a shove, bro? Mbappe should have kept kicking the ball, bro. Yo, that looked like a shove to me. That looked like a penalty to me. But also, I still can't get over that they didn't call a penalty on the Brahim handball. So, can't really complain, guys. Is Abde. I haven't seen Anthony at all. Where is the god of football? Oh, and there he is. Cross for Real Betis. Nobody's there. Fede Valverde on the ball. Fede Valverde on the ball. Sends it through. Betis recovered. Real Madrid's not playing well. Not anymore. They played fairly well until the goal. I think that they have kind of turned it down a little bit, which is something that I'm kind of used to seeing Real Madrid. Shot from dude, Fede Valverde is a beast. Fede Valverde, welcome in, guys. Welcome in, guys. We're reacting live to Real Betis, Real Madrid Club de Fútbol. Hector Bellerin on the ball, sends it through. Ooh, who is that guy? Anthony. That was a stupid play by Anthony. Well done, well done. Keep playing, no, keep playing, bro. Keep playing. Jude didn't see Brahim. He should have kept playing him. Mbappe getting manhandled by the center backs. Right? No, but it's not even about the mustache. For me, it's the hair. I'm used to seeing Anthony have, like, really short hair. I didn't realize that was him. Great dive by Anthony. Neymar would be proud. Still on the floor. Neymar would be even prouder. Oh, man, oh, man. Well done by Brahim. Good play by Brahim. Send him up. Send him up. No, give it to Vinny. No, Vinny was fine. He was open. Called a foul on the counter. I guess that's positive. That's a positive thing. Not very eventful match, guys. I think Real Madrid started off fairly well, and well, I guess that's not really the case anymore. Mbappe really. Mbappe's offsides, bro. Oh, Bellingham, what did he try to do, dude? See, this is what Chandler was talking about with Benzema in his interview, complaining that the team doesn't play as a team; they play as individuals. Completely agree, though. If the front three understood each other, it would be a whole other ball game. But I do think that Mbappe lacks link-up play IQ. And I think that affects the team to a certain extent, but it's not just that. It's also Vinny doesn't know how to play with Mbappe. He doesn't. And I don't think Mbappe knows how to play with Vinny, so I think it's like it's a compatibility thing. I'm a big believer that they're not compatible. I mean, we're about to finish our second season with the two of them in the team, and the fact that we haven't won a single trophy, I think that's crazy. Yellow card for Real Betis. Real Betis with the yellow card. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So those of you on the TikTok, if you want to see the score and keep up with the game while you're still on the stream, make sure to hit up the YouTube at ReMin Fan Media. Same username that you see on the TikTok, same channel name for the YouTube channel if you want to join us on the live. Dude, I just don't know how this TikTok stream works, bro. How does this TikTok stream work? Because Ale was a guy that ran this last time. Ale. Dude, these streaming competitions on TikTok are also very interesting. Game is paused right now. Game is paused. Game is paused. What do you guys think of the game so far? Chain race, I want to know your thoughts. Not a fan, to be honest. Raul Asensio, Carvajal being shown on screen. Lots of rumors that Carvajal and Arbeloa do not get along. That they do not get along. I think it's interesting, though. I wonder what kind of beef they might have had when they were both players, because they played in the same position. And to me, this doesn't make sense for anyone to have a problem with Carvajal. He's a very professional guy. So it makes me wonder if they ever had any rifts in the last 3 seasons that Arbeloa had at Real Madrid. They were straight competition. I don't know if that makes any sort of difference, impact whatsoever on the decision making of Arbeloa. I have my doubts, though. I have a feeling that what I am saying about this potential beef between Arbeloa and Carvajal as players, I think it could be possible. I just don't understand. Like, I have no reason to understand why Carvajal and Arbeloa are beefing with each other. It makes zero sense to me. Zero sense to me. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a fake tackle. Jesus. Honestly, Trent and Carreras have been pretty solid. I think Carreras was very weak in 2 big games this year, which was the first derby of the year, which we lost 5-2. I think Carreras was arguably our worst player. And the Bayern Munich first tie, which I also believe that Alvaro Carreras was Real Madrid's worst player. Outside of those 2 games, though, I feel like Carreras has been pretty solid. I think that Dean Huijsen had a really poor season. He was great in the Club World Cup. These last couple of weeks, however, he's been pretty solid. But if you look at it from the bigger picture perspective, I think Dean Huijsen's been... It hasn't been what we expected out of him. It hasn't. It has not. Started off well and Karim's opinion was proved right by the attack. Oh, Lunin with a crazy save, bro. Lunin with a crazy save. Yo, that was cornered. I thought that was a goal, bro. Thiago Pitarch has a tendency to make these errors over and over and over again, bro. What a crazy save by Lunin, though. Crazy save. Betis on the ball. Oh, he had way too much space to shoot, bro. Way too much space to shoot. He shot it right over the bar. There was a good chance for Real Betis to tie the game. What is this? Holy Holy moly, Lunar. I'm assuming you mean Lunin, brother. Yes, Lunin with the big save. With the big save. Oh my god, this guy's on a one-on-one. Lunin with a crazy save, bro. Lunin again. On a one-on-one chance. Lunin again. Yeah, bro. Lunin's saving our asses. Lunin is always saving our asses, brother. Well, maybe not always, but he's a pretty decent goalkeeper, honestly. If he wants to stay as Real Madrid's number 2 for the rest of his life, well, I'm not gonna complain. I don't know about you guys, but he's not Courtois, no, but still. Fornals with a cross. Dean Huijsen absolutely got trucked by a Betis defender. Ferland Mendy on the ground. Oh, Mendy's on the floor. Why is Mendy on the floor? Here comes the injury. Please, no. Please don't get injured, bro. Please. What? He grabbed his head, though. Why did he grab his head? I'm so confused. Like, what's going on? I feel like he's either faking it or... Great reflexes on the one-on-one that Barambo had. Great reflexes, and then Anthony's second shot, which honestly was the easiest save Lunin's had. It was still a good shot by Anthony, whom I still believe to be a kind of average player. I think he has skill. I think he has that joga bonito in him, but I think that he is mentiroso. How do you say mentiroso? He's false news. Like, I don't think he's as good as advertised. Remember, Manchester United paid 90 million. Bro, Chain Race, I'm really sorry. I know you're a United fan, but United are always gonna United. 90 million on Anthony. Mendy's fine though. Mendy's fine, guys. Mendy is it kind of looked like he was faking it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you pay attention, crazy save by Lunin, by the way, on that one-on-one. What a way to react with your foot like that when you're already sold on the ground. Lunin goal kick. Bellingham wins the header. Real Madrid still not linking up, triangulating, nothing from this team. Sick and tired of saying it. I do feel like Mbappe needs to learn how to link up with his teammates. Like, I just don't feel he has good chemistry with anyone outside of Arda Güler. But I don't think that's Mbappe. Actually, I think it's both of them, because I think they understand each other very well. If you look at Arda Güler and you look at Mbappe, you know that they have... It's like the Mesut Ozil Cristiano Ronaldo relationship. Dude, Betis are playing better, bro. Betis are playing better. Half's about to close. We're about 3 seconds before the referee calls it. Should be calling it any time now. Real Betis almost just scored, guys. Real Betis almost just... Yeah, guys. To those of you joining in, welcome in on the TikTok. If you want to see the score and you want to see the time of the game, make sure to hop on to the YouTube live stream. It is under the same... Is that who I think it is? Dude, what was that player that played for Morocco in the last World Cup? He's a center mid. He played so well in the World Cup for Morocco that everyone wanted to sign him, and then he didn't actually get signed by anyone. Why? Real Madrid on the counter. Theo Vitach kicks the ball into the advertisement screen. I think it's fair though. The time ran out. Real Madrid winning 2. No, they're not winning 2. They're winning 1-0. 1-0. Real Madrid winning 1-0 right now. Man, what can I tell you guys about this half? Vinny Jr. speaking with the referees. First half finished in La Cartuja Mágica, which, honestly, I wish this was being played in the Villamarín. The Villamarín is a special stadium. Special stadium. Guys, what do we think of the first half? I want to know what you guys think. What is wrong with this team? What can we improve? I think without Arda Güler, it's really hard to see good movement from the team. This team really needs coaching, man. This team needs tactics. If they listened to Xabi Alonso, it would have been a whole other story. But they didn't. So now we are stuck here. We are stuck with this team, with the way that they perform, with the way that they play. What the wasting time. Time wasting, you mean? What the time wasting watching Real Madrid. A little bit, honestly, bro. A little bit. This is not exciting. This is not a team that makes me think that I want to watch every week. This is not an exciting project for Real Madrid. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I see a lot of Madridistas wanting Arbeloa to stay. I don't want Arbeloa to stay. I don't know why people want Arbeloa to stay. I get it. He knocked out Mourinho, he knocked out Guardiola, and then he went on to knock out Cholo Simeone. Well, he didn't knock out Cholo Simeone, but he beat them all in a span of a month. And ever since then, Arbeloa has been a little bit overhyped, in my opinion, because I don't think Arbeloa makes good coaching decisions within the game. The substitutions that he makes every game piss me off. I guess against Bayern in the first leg, he didn't do that bad a job, but then he let Carreras get cooked the entire game against Olise without finding a solution. This team, under Arbeloa, this team doesn't play well, guys. It doesn't play well. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. This team under Arbeloa does not play well. And this team is perfectly set up for counter-attacking football, which is why I think Mourinho is the guy. Mourinho is the guy. And don't get me wrong, I would rather see Jurgen Klopp coach Real Madrid, but I don't think it's going to happen. If Jurgen Klopp wanted to coach a team, why would he go coach a team that's not going to give him any time to actually show results? Because Jurgen Klopp is a manager that needs time to show results. Jurgen Klopp is a manager that needs to be... How do I say this? Jurgen Klopp is... If you look at how well he did with Borussia Dortmund and how he did with Liverpool, it took him a while to be successful. His first season at Liverpool wasn't that good. He finished fifth in the Premier League. And don't get me wrong, I think the Premier League is significantly harder than LaLiga to finish in the top 4, at least. I don't think that Jurgen Klopp, having seen how we treated Xabi Alonso, I don't think that Jurgen Klopp will agree to join the club unless he has 1,000% authority over all the players. And if he is not promised time to show results, because I'm telling you, it takes him time to get the players accustomed to his tactics. I don't think it's the time to bring a manager like that just because Real Madrid, we're about to go back-to-back seasons without a trophy. Just think about that for a second. Back-to-back seasons without a trophy. I just don't think... I don't think this is it, bro. I don't think this is it. Let me see if here's better. Yeah, here's way better. Jurgen Klopp, I'm a big fan. I want him to coach Real Madrid. I would prefer him over Mourinho, but I don't think that this Real Madrid project can wait an entire season one more season without a trophy before it starts popping off. I don't think that we have that kind of patience. I think that if we're doing average come mid-season, Jurgen Klopp is going to get fired the same way that Xabi Alonso got fired. But then again, Jurgen Klopp has a lot more experience, and Xabi Alonso's nail in the coffin was his relationship with the locker room. I think Jurgen Klopp is not going to have that problem. Now, if you were to ask me if I prefer Mourinho over Jurgen Klopp and Toni Kroos linking up, I would tell you Jurgen Klopp and Toni Kroos. Because I think Toni Kroos being part of the coaching staff would help quite a lot. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I don't think Toni Kroos has any interest in being part of the coaching staff. I think he wants to be part of the club structure at Real Madrid. I think he wants to be. I think he wants to be part. I think he wants to be part of the decisions that are being made at the club, and I think he's a really smart guy. The way that he views the game and everything, I think it's the right decision. But I just don't. I don't see him. I just don't see how. I don't see him coaching. I don't. If him and Jurgen Klopp link up, for me, that would be the most ideal thing that could happen. If not, I would like to see Scaloni. The problem with Scaloni is I don't know if Scaloni is going to have the automatic respect that the squad deserves, which is why I think that if we are unable to pair Jurgen Klopp and Toni Kroos in the coaching staff for Real Madrid next season, I think Mourinho is the best chance that we have. And after what happened against Benfica, after all of the issues that arose from the Pestriani, which, by the way, to those of you who are just tuning in, Pestriani was indeed banned for 6 games. It's kind of like a partial ban. It's weird. I don't really understand the rules about it. Pestriani was banned for 6 games by UEFA for homophobic slurs, which I don't know if you guys remember, but if you recall correctly, Pestriani defended himself by saying that he didn't call him a monkey. He actually called them homophobic slurs, which, if you know the rules, if you have anything ethical, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So he got banned for that. And UEFA right now are actually pushing to what were we talking about? What were we just talking about? Jurgen Klopp. The Bastiani incident. Yeah, I after the Bastiani incident, I was a little scared that Mourinho had kind of ruined his Real Madrid legacy, because obviously the way Mourinho acted wasn't right, but I think that he was doing what he needed to do to protect his own sporting environment. You have to understand that Benfica is his team, and he was protecting his own locker room, his own players, his own project, and I think that he did what he needed to do. But I am a big believer now that Vinny needs to go. I think Vinny needs to go. I think Mbappe needs to have a team built around him, a team of players that understand him and play for him, and you're going to see how much better this team is going to be. As sad as it is, I know there's a lot of Madridistas out there who can't agree because they love Vinicius Jr. They don't want anything to happen to Vinicius Jr., but I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I don't think that they're ever going to understand each other. And because they're never going to understand each other, to me, it just makes 0 sense. 0 sense whatsoever for them to keep playing together. I think so as long as Florentino is in denial, and so as long as Florentino insists that Vinny has to stay in the team, until he realizes that he's wrong in that sense, I think this Real Madrid team is going to struggle. And I think Vinny needs to go. The first person to say it. I think it's time. I think it's time for a different experience. We need to understand that bringing Mbappe was a mistake. It was a mistake, and I think that the only way to fix that mistake is by bringing Vinicius, is by building the team around him, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot of Madridistas, because I get it. Vinny gave us a lot. Vinny gave us a lot of things to celebrate, and the problem with that is that he overcame so much adversity to become that guy, that he won over the hearts of Real Madrid fans all over the world. all over the world. And Mbappe, in the meantime, was playing with us in the transfer market window until he eventually decided to come. And he eventually came, and Florentino really wanted him to come. And as much as I love Kylian Mbappe, as much as I want this team to work around him, and I think that's the only solution that we have right now, I don't think that it's going to happen with Vinny in the team. It's not. And if Mourinho comes, the reason why I want Mourinho to come more than anyone, because I just don't think that after what I saw Vinny bitching at Bellingham in the middle of the Bayern game and telling him to shut up and all these things, like, to me that just shows that there needs to be a guy that goes in there and sets everyone straight. And I don't see who's going to do it. If it's not Mourinho, who's going to do it? If it's not Mourinho, who's going to do it? If it's not Mourinho, then we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle. This is going to be a really tough, really tough season that we have ahead. Not this one. I'm talking about the next. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I'm a little nervous because I think that if we don't make the hard decisions this summer, I think we're going to go 3 seasons without a trophy. And this is the first time in 16 years that we've gone back-to-back seasons without a trophy. That means 16 years. That means the year that Barca won the treble and the 2020 and the 2010 season. So Ronaldo's first year was a trophyless season, and that was the second season of a back-to-back run without trophies for Real Madrid. So we haven't been trophyless since 2010 in back-to-back seasons, and it's about to happen again. I think that if we keep insisting on the Vinny and Mbappe partnership, I think we're going to go 3 seasons without a trophy. I can't remember the last time Real Madrid went 3 seasons without a trophy. I don't even know if they even went 3 seasons without a trophy. It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense to me. 0 sense to me. Guys. But yeah, I think Mourinho is really the only person that can set this squad straight, and I would love to see Mourinho back. I agree, Vinny needs to go. It's sad, but I think so. And I think that the reason why Mourinho is the best person to come here is because Mourinho, a lot of people are saying Vinny is a cancer. A lot of people are saying Mbappe is a cancer. A lot of people are complaining about this, that, the locker room, the egos, Madrid. Mourinho is the guy that comes in and sets everyone straight. Mourinho is the guy that comes in, figures out what the cancers are, gets him out of the team. And I think that if Mourinho comes in and he starts benching Vinny for lack of attitude, for egotistical behavior, getting in arguments with teammates, yada, 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 I think that good luck to Vinny doing what he did to Xabi Alonso to Mourinho. Good luck, because you'll never see the field again. You don't fuck with Mourinho. Mourinho is that guy. Mourinho is that guy. And I've been saying it for time and time again. And I think the Arda Güler and Mbappe relationship is what is really showing me the most. I think that the parallels also between Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo are what make me feel this way. But I think history is kind of repeating itself. I think that we have a team full of stars that is perfectly set up for counter-attacking football, but it's kind of lost its winning culture. Don't get me wrong, this is Real Madrid. We're still competing for every trophy every single year, and this is Real Madrid. Real Madrid is Real Madrid, but I do think that they have kind of lost the identity that we had 2 years ago when we were the kings of Europe, that nobody wanted to play against us. Not because we were that good and we were really hard to beat, but it's because of the fear that people have in playing us. And I think all of those foundations, cultural foundations that Real Madrid had, I think that they were all thanks to the foundations that Mourinho gave us when he was at the club. Because I don't think that if Mourinho comes in, I think Guardiola stays longer at Barca than he did. I think Guardiola left Barca because he couldn't stand the mind games with Mourinho anymore. I think that he laid out all the foundations that we needed for our most successful period in the history of the club. I think it's pretty clear. So I think Mourinho is the guy to bring in to really fix what's going on in the locker room. Whether he's the guy to win us our next Champions League, I don't know. But I think that he's the guy that can get us on the path to getting back to the glory days. So I'm all in on Mourinho. I think Mourinho is the guy that we need. To those of you in the TikTok joining in, if you want to join our YouTube live stream, check us out at ReMin Fan Media. We have we have a score. We have on-screen features. It looks a lot better on there. If you want to check it out, make sure to do so. Second half is about to start. Thiago Pitach has been playing pretty well. I'm a big fan of Thiago Pitach. I do think that he makes some really stupid mistakes sometimes, though. And I think it shows. Today he made the third stupid mistake that I've seen him make. As you all recall, against Bayern Munich. Was it against Bayern Munich? No, it was against Man City. Dude, that would have changed a lot of things, I think. Against Man City. Thiago Pitach had a crazy error that Courtois saved with his feet. And that's not the only mistake that he's made. Against Atleti, he also had a mistake that was very similar. And then again, today, he's very risky having the ball at the back. I think that he lacks maturity. I think that he lacks experience. And that's why he's not making the decisions that he should be making. Let me see this. El Cucho Hernández, colombiano. Alright, guys. Players are walking in. I don't believe there's any subs. The Betis players are already on the field. The referee cam is so cool. It is so cool. I love those referee cams. Mbappe and Camavinga joking around. I guarantee you the Spanish press is going to find a way to criticize that. Why are they laughing at halftime? It's the most Real Madrid press thing I've ever seen. Remember, Marc Bartra pulled out injured, although I feel like substitutions aren't as important as they used to be, not in terms of the impact that they can have on the game, but before COVID, it was 3 substitutions per game. Each team had 3 substitutions, a max of 3 substitutions. Now it's 5 substitutions within 3 windows, so they're not as important. Like each substitution is not as important as the last. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the Champions League final in 2014, Diego Costa forced. He was dealing with a muscle injury, but he really wanted to play in the Champions League final, obviously. So he forced his way into playing, and 10 minutes into the final, he was subbed out. And this is a final in which Sergio Ramos scored the tying goal in the 93rd minute of time, which sent the game into extra time. And that extra sub that they had to sacrifice in the 10th minute of the game because they forced to play Diego Costa, came back to haunt them big time. So yeah, I don't think substitutions play as big a role as they used to. Dude, strong jet team doesn't do anything. Debating if Mourinho is a solution for Real Madrid. You share your thoughts. Guys. Real Madrid on the. Jude Bellingham on the ball. Antonio Rudiger on the ball. Lunin with the coup. Yeah, guys, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. Just watching Real Madrid right now is just not the most. Oh my god, this thing. I forgot to do it. Well, great. If Mourinho comes in, it will be like Zlatan and Mourinho and Inter Milan. What do you mean by that exactly, bro? What do you mean by that? Because Zlatan and Mourinho had a great relationship. I think that if you're talking about Vinny, Chenry, I'm speaking to you. If you're talking about Vinny, I don't think that they could have a Zlatan relationship like that. See, I think that's like the only problem about bringing in Mourinho is if Florentino really wants to preserve what Vinny is to this Real Madrid project, then Mourinho's not the guy to bring in because Mourinho came out and said that Vinny is too provocative and that's why he draws negative behavior like the racism incident with Pestriani, which was a little fucked up because I don't think that anybody should have to go through those kind of things, but I think Mourinho is going to create a lot of problems for Vinicius. I really do think so. And if Mourinho comes, Vinny's really going to have to... Mbappe. Mbappe's decision making sometimes... Well, guys, 3 minutes into the second half. What was that? New subscriber. Let's see what Chandris was talking about. Mourinho managed Zlatan's attitude, and Mbappe's attitude is nothing in front of that. Yeah, honestly, hold on. I think Chandris is making a good point because Zlatan, as you all know, is a very outspoken individual. And Zlatan had a lot of issues. Excuse me. Zlatan had a lot of issues with Guardiola. He never got along with Guardiola. He actually has beef with Guardiola. As he says it, he does not fuck with Guardiola at all. And with Mourinho, it was different. And with the ego that Zlatan Ibrahimovic had, I think it's... I'm telling you, Mourinho's the only one that can do it. If Mourinho gets praised by a guy with the ego like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I'm telling you, Mourinho's a solution right now. Would love to see Scaloni join Real Madrid eventually. Jurgen Klopp would be cool, but Vinny cooking. Vinny cuts, gives it Mbappe, plays it wide, makes a run. Corner for Real Madrid. Corner para el Real Madrid. Score prediction, dude. This game is. I wouldn't be surprised if it finishes 1-0, bro. But I think Chandris is right. I think Real Madrid are gonna win 2-1. I can see it being 2-1. But I think it's gonna be a 2-0, boring game, and then towards the end, Real Madrid will concede a goal. That's kind of how I see it. What are your score predictions, guys? Yo, to those of you in the TikTok, let me know your score predictions. I'm interested. Cross Bellingham with a header. Mbappe, yo. Every time Mbappe goes body to body, he always wins, bro. I've never seen Mbappe lose a body to body. Yo, that's a foul, bro. Yes, dude, he stepped on him, dude. Oh, he called a foul because of a elbow, not because of the... He stepped on him, bro. You didn't get the ball, bro. Come on. Why are you complaining? Amrabat. I think his name was Amrabat. I'm talking about the Morocco guy who was an absolute stud in the World Cup. He was a CDM. I remember Manchester United wanted to buy him, but then again, Manchester United want to buy everyone. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the cross. Beautiful. And it ends in a corner. Will Mourinho come, and do you support him coming or let Arbeloa stay? No, I think Mourinho will come. I think that the information that Fabrizio Romano has been releasing lately has been a little too telling that Mourinho has interest in coming back to Real Madrid. After the Portuguese season ends, Mourinho has 10 days in his contract to be able to return to Real Madrid. I do believe that he will. I believe that the only reason why he wouldn't is because of Vinny, and Vinny has a problem with Mourinho. Which would be really fucking sad, because I think that if Vinny has a problem with Mourinho, then good. Even more reason to sign Mourinho. Like, we... bring this in. Yeah, there you go. Way better. Fede Valverde on the ball. Ooh, he gives it to Bellingham. Bellingham plays it. Oh, he took too long to give it wide. What a goal! Offsides. What a fucking goal, bro. What a goal, bro. There's no way. He called offsides. I think he was offsides too. Bellingham took too long to... Oh, it's going to be so... No, I think he's going to be offsides by this much. Oh, maybe Mbappe was offsides? Dude, what a goal, bro. Trent Alexander-Arnold might be the most talented passer I've ever seen. That says a lot, bro. He's David Beckham-esque. Offsides officially. No goal for Real Madrid, but what a goal that was, bro. What a goal that was. That was insane. Absolutely insane goal by Kylian Mbappe. He loves scoring those. Let me remind you, Kylian Mbappe didn't play more than, I don't know, let's say 110 minutes worth of football at the Club World Cup, and he scored that goal, which honestly was probably the best goal of the Club World Cup. The Kylian Mbappe scissor kick. It wasn't a chilena because it's more sideways, but it's a scissor kick. Scored one just now. Incredible pass by Trent Alexander-Arnold. But Trent is... I think he was ruled offsides, but it was so close that I just can't understand why the technology is working so quick all of a sudden. When they said that it was next season, that was a handball, right? They called it handball. Dude, I think it was Mbappe. Mbappe was the one that was offsides. It wasn't Trent. Trent might have been offsides, but if there's a reason why they called it so quickly, it's because Mbappe was off for sure. I also really like the way Trent and Bellingham and Valverde understand each other. Like, talk about link-up play, how Mbappe lacks it. I think Trent is great at link-up play. Mbappe needs to get better with it. The incident where Zlatan wanted to sub off and Mourinho didn't sub him off and went on to score goals to sub him off. Generous, what do you mean by that, bro? I'm a little confused on that one. I think it was an offside. I do think it was an offside, Generous. It was offsides because Mbappe was offsides. I don't know if Trent Alexander-Arnold was offsides. That's something that they have to draw the lines, which is why I was surprised as to how quick they made the decision. But yeah, they need dude, what a goal that was, though. What a shame. That was insane. That was an absolute stunning goal. Fede Valverde. Dude, Fede Valverde is playing so well. Come on, Jude. Well done. Vinny with the pass. Brahim, give it to Mbappe, bro. Dude, Brahim is so good, bro, and like he's such a good player, dude, but like he hasn't been as sharp as when he signed. Just hasn't. He's not as, his instincts aren't the same. Oh, this guy tripped. Don't foul him. The Trent Alexander-Arnold has been very solid defensively. I'm not just talking about this game. See, I told you. Chain race. I don't know if you can see it on your stream, but Mbappe was offsides. Mbappe was offsides. Kylian Mbappe. Really, the only thing that Real Madrid can win, once again, is the Golden Boot. Hope Mbappe gets a goal so he can keep on his mission of going back-to-back Golden Boots. I think I know what you're talking about, Chan Race. I just don't really remember the context of the incident between Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Jose Mourinho. Jose. This game is kind of boring, guys. Outside of that incredible play by Trent Alexander-Arnold to set up Kylian Mbappe and Kylian Mbappe to score that scissor kick. Hasn't been a very eventful match. I think outside of that little stint that I don't know if you guys recall, but Lunin had some like crazy saves in a span of like 30 seconds. It was like 4 or 5 saves by Lunin. Outside of that, I haven't really seen Betis do much. Yo, press, dude. Mbappe, bro, come on, dog. See, that was the thing about Benzema that everybody forgot. Benzema loved to press the keeper. And how many goals did he score like that? Not just how many goals, in what moments. He scored one like that in the Champions League final against Karius. He also scored one in the Champions League semifinals against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, by the way. We won 2-1 that day. 2-1. Bayern Real Madrid. Outside of Man City, Real Madrid, I think Bayern Real Madrid are my favorite tie that they can get in the Champions League. It's always been super entertaining. Big Champions League week next week. We will be streaming for it. Kylian Mbappe on the ball, dude, but I feel like Kylian is too focused on doing skills and step overs. I want to see him pass the ball. I want to see him make quick movements. I want to see him play more like Ronaldo, bro. Which is kind of unfair to ask, because nobody's as good as Ronaldo. Vinny Jr. on the ball. Vinny Jr. with a wall pass. You see these kind of movements Mbappe doesn't do, but Vinny does them. Bellingham. Oh, dude. You see those kind of plays and the ways that Vinny generates danger, Mbappe just doesn't do that, bro. Mbappe needs to do that. It's gonna be really hard to get rid of one of them, and I think it's gonna be Vinny. I don't think Mbappe's going to be, after everything. It's too high. That was a good ball by Bellingham, though. 1-0. I never finished the question. Rap Vision, do I support Mourinho coming, or do I prefer letting Arbeloa stay? I don't want Arbeloa to stay whatsoever. Arbeloa did a great job at revitalizing the mood within the locker room. That's as much as he's done. I think he also gave chances to certain academy players that I I think in the future we're really gonna be thanking Arbeloa for being the guy who gave these guys opportunities. And I think those are the two good things that he's done as a coach, but I just don't think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he cares more about keeping the players happy. Oh, great tackle by Dean Huijsen. Great tackle by Dean Huijsen and a dangerous play by Real Betis in the box. Great play by Dean Huijsen. Almost a no-look through ball right there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice by... Real Betis with a cross. Corner cross. Mendy with a clearance. Wonder if Mendy's going to play the full 90 minutes. I doubt it. There's no way they're going to trust Mendy like that with the fitness. There's no way. There's just no way. Real Betis. He was offsides. Brother was offsides. Jude Bellingham on the ball. Jude Bellingham on the ball. Jude Bellingham on the ball. Please, Brahim. I think it's been a solid game from Brahim. I think it's been a solid game from Jude Bellingham. Mendy's been doing his job as always. Dean Huijsen has played pretty well. Rudiger has played pretty well. Lunin has played pretty well. I think Vinny's played pretty well. I think Mbappe's been pretty poor. I think Thiago's played really well, though he did almost make another big mistake. Fede Valverde's played really well. Trent has played pretty well. I think the team has individually, you look at them individually, I think they've had pretty good performances, but collectively, there is no collectively, bro. There is literally no collectively. Zero collective play from Real Madrid in this match. And that's kind of the difference between Vinny and Mbappe, and that's kind of the only reason why I understand people who prefer Vinny over Mbappe is because Mbappe doesn't link up well with players. But it's not like Mbappe's never linked up well with players. People who say that is because that's what it's in their best interest to sell that narrative. But I just don't think that you can be one penalty shootout away from winning back-to-back World Cups. Back-to-back World Cups. He was one penalty shootout away from winning back-to-back World Cups. If he wasn't able to understand how to link up with his teammates, if he wasn't that good a player, if he wasn't that guy, I don't think Mbappe would have gone that close to winning back-to-back World Cups. And people want to sell a narrative that he's the problem because the team doesn't play well with him, which I think that the team doesn't understand each other as well when he's on the field, but that's because this team was never meant for Mbappe to, Anthony threw... And to Anthony with and look, I'm telling you, Anthony is that guy who just looks way better than he actually is. Oh, El Cucho! Great save by Lunin once again. Maybe our best player, question mark? I don't know, Trent has been pretty good, bro. I'm exhausted. Corner, Real Betis. Rudiger with a weird clearance. Trent really digging in there. Oh, come on, Trent. Vinny started the counter. Vinny started the counter. Pass the ball. That was not what I meant, Vinny. 67 minutes into the match, guys. 67 minutes into the match, guys. Lunin saving our asses. I feel like the team, individually, each player has been pretty solid. I think Mbappe has been the poorest one of us. Of all of our players, I think Mbappe has been the worst one. But collectively, this team just doesn't play. Which is why, I understand that, Real Madrid against the big teams, they played fairly well, and it gave an impression that Arbeloa can keep up with the big boys. But I don't think that's an Arbeloa thing. I think that's a Real Madrid thing. I think that's a motivation thing. I don't think Arbeloa has anything to do with that. With all due respect to Álvaro Arbeloa, I just think Arbeloa needs to be a little bit stricter, and I think that's what we need right now. We need a manager who's really going to help out with all that. Oh, dude, Thiago makes some really poor decisions in the back, bro. He's so good, though. He is so good, but he makes some really poor decisions in the back. Real Betis. Dude, this guy who just came in looks so much like Nacho. But like in the photo, in the profile photo that he has for LaLiga, what was his name? Fornals just got substituted. I guess we're not gonna show it. That's my bad. That's my bad, fam. 1-0 Real Madrid. 1-0 Real Madrid. Almost at the 20-minute left mark. 20 minutes to go mark. 69th minute of play time at the moment. Dude, I am convinced that's Amrabat. Let me look up what Amrabat plays. Amrabat. Yeah. Yep, that is Amrabat. I was right. That is the guy that everybody wanted to sign after the World Cup. I guess he's one of those players who really just shines in the one competition. Look at Keanu. Oh, dude, what was that guy, bro? The guy that scored that legendary goal in Euro 2016 against Belgium, the Welsh guy. Dude, he was a striker. Rob Alson Canoe or some. That guy was insane in that tournament. We have a lot of people who say James Rodriguez, even though I think saying that James was only good in the one World Cup is absolutely ridiculous. That's not knowing ball. Who else? Amrabat is one, but there's so many others. That I'm just not thinking of right now. Thinking of players who just pop out in the World Cup, but they're not actually that good in during the club season. Great ball by Rudiger for Mbappe. Mbappe gets there, gives it to Vinny. Vinny with a shot, give it to Mbappe. Mbappe on the ball. Oh, shoot! Oh, that was a good play. By Kylian Mbappe. Great way to open up the space with that dribble, with that fake pump. Brahim on the ball, inside the box. Nope. Throw into Real Madrid. And we are once again at a 1-0 scoreline. Barca do play tomorrow, though. Without Lamine Yamal, without Rafinha. We will see if they beat Getafe, forget about it, guys. If they beat Getafe, forget about it. If they don't beat Getafe, I'm not going to say that we're winning the league. I'm not going to say that we're going to come back. It's very unlikely, but I think we have a pretty decent chance. Dean Huijsen on the ball. Fede Valverde. I need some water, guys. Come on. You guys see that? Mom, you're not going to be happy about that one.
Cheers, mother.
Yellow card for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Why though? That was a little weird. Oh yeah. David Alaba and Eduardo Camavinga coming in. Thiago Pitach being subbed out. I think it was time to take out Pitach. He had a pretty solid game. Again, this kid keeps on showing incredible flashes. But his decision making, specifically in the first fourth of our half of the field, it's pretty poor. It's pretty poor. Amrabat, been talking about him all stream, getting subbed out as we speak. David Alaba. Isco is back. Isco is back. I didn't know he was ready to play like that. He does look a little bit chubby, but he's always looked a little bit chubby. Isco on the ball. Dude, I hope Isco goes to the World Cup, bro. I hope Isco goes to the World Cup. I hope Neymar goes to the World Cup. And funny enough, as a good Colombian that I am, I really hope James doesn't go to the World Cup, but he's gonna go to the World Cup. So Neymar and Isco probably are not. I love James, but if he goes to the World Cup, it's because he is going to be a super sub. But guy does not look fit. He's playing in the MLS, so he's not gonna get fit. It's a whole ordeal, man. It's a whole ordeal. The best chance we ever had of seeing James win a trophy for Colombia was oh my god, bro. This is gonna finish 1-0. Chan, I was wrong, brother. This thing is gonna finish 1-0. 1-0 is my score prediction. Anybody got any score predictions? 15 minutes left to go. Isco with a cross. I'm going with a 1-0 win. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Mbappe scores a goal. But where is Mbappe? Is Mbappe playing? Yeah, Mbappe is walking the field. Surprise. I miss Cristiano, guys. I miss Cristiano every day of my life. Send it. Ale Kiki. Oh, this is what. No way, bro. No way, bro. What a play by Mbappe, bro. But I'm telling you, these guys don't get along, bro. That was a bit of a foul, dude. What a play by Kylian Mbappe, though, to beat the defender in speed like that. Mbappe trying not to be selfish. He should have been selfish there. I'm telling you, these guys need to understand when they need to be selfish for each other, when they need to link up with each other, when they need to... I'm kind of sick and tired of Vinny and Mbappe playing together. And a lot of people point to the fact that Real Madrid got worse when Mbappe came back from injury. Listen, Real Madrid did not get worse. Real Madrid is... Well, they did get worse. In terms of link and play, they did get worse. But it's not about Mbappe making the team worse. It's about both of them together making the team worse. Last year, I'll say this time and time again. Last year, we got 4 or 5 games in which Vinny didn't play. Rodrigo and Mbappe linked up top. They were incredible. That Rodrigo is somebody who really understands the way Mbappe functions, which is what I'm saying. We need players who understand the way Mbappe functions. Free kick for Real Madrid. Would love to see Trent Alexander-Arnold stunner right here, right now. Show me the money. Come on, guys. Trent Alexander-Arnold stepping up, only 2 men on the wall, decides to go for the cross. Jude Bellingham on the floor. And here goes Isco. Isco with his skills. Isco, who was an ex-teammate of Vinny Jr., also an ex-teammate of Brahim, also an ex-teammate of Eduardo Camavinga, David Alaba, Ferland Mendy. Lots of familiar faces for El Mago Andaluz. Pretty boring game, guys. Pretty boring game, guys. Jude Bellingham. La tiene Trent. Jude Bellingham on the counter. La tiene Jude, se la toca Vini. Jude saving a terrible Vinicius pass. And once again, no link-up play up top. We need a real coach, guys. We need a real coach. Arbeloa is not a real coach. I'm so sorry, but he's not. He's not. And I'm scared that he's going to drive Carvajal out of the club. And honestly, I wish we never sold Modric. Because, yeah, he's playing incredible, but it's not about the playing. It's more about the leadership. It's more about the demands of a club. I think that when Kroos left, I think we lost a lot of that. Kroos dictated quite a lot of not just mentality, but the demand that he had from his own teammates. I think we lack that, and I think that if we lose, Dani Carvajal, we're gonna suffer the same fate. Let me see if anybody said anything in the chat, the TikTok chat. I haven't been paying attention. Fede Valverde on the counter. Fede Valverde. Oh, what a save. What a save by, I'm pretty sure that's a Saudi Arabia goalkeeper, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, Fede Valverde. Whenever his wife is pregnant, this guy is like watching prime white version of Ruud Gullit. He can do everything. Defend, attack. Ruud Gullit. AC Milan legend. Dutch national team legend. Openly said that he wishes he would have played for Real Madrid in his career. There's quite a lot of good relationships with the club. He's always seen around with the board members of Real Madrid. Anthony trying to get past Camavinga fails. I'm telling you, Anthony is a player who just looks so good, but isn't actually that good. He just looks better than he actually is. Good. Well done. Well done by Trent Alexander-Arnold letting the ball go. 10 minutes to go. Kylian Mbappe asking for a sub. Why is Kylian Mbappe asking for a sub? Here we go, guys. Here we go. I wish this game... Gonzalo's subbing in for Kylian Mbappe. Wonder what happened to Kylian Mbappe on that play. Raheem also coming out for who? Miguel Angel? I like Miguel Angel. Miguel Angel. Yeah, I am on one today. I am completely off today. Manuel Angel coming in for Brahim Diaz. Honestly, guys, I've been giving it a lot of thought. I want nothing more than to see Como just get all of our players. just send Manuel Angel, send literally every single young player that we have, except maybe Thiago Pitach, depending on who we sign. If we sign a midfielder, I would like to send Thiago Pitach over there. I would like to send a lot of people over there because I think Fábregas has also expressed his interest in developing Real Madrid players, because you've seen the level that Como has been playing in the Serie A this season. Honestly, legendary season for the club. I don't think that they've ever played in the Champions League. They've never played in the in a European competition. They're about to qualify to the Champions League next season. Obviously, Thiago Pass, dude. I've been calling everybody Thiago. Here comes Thiago Valverde. Thiago. Nico Pass is going to be a Real Madrid player next year. Although I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I have a lot of uncertainty. I think Florentino is about to make a bunch of decisions that, as crazy as this is going to sound, and I know for a lot of you, it's not going to sound that crazy, because there's a lot of people that don't like Florentino. I'm a Florentino guy. I used to not be. I used to hate Florentino. Still big believer that Zidane saved his Real Madrid presidential career, but he saved his career, and now Florentino is the greatest football president of all time. Betis with another shot wide. Cucho Hernandez. Wonder if Cucho Hernandez is going to go to the World Cup with the Colombian national team. He still plays with Hypervenoms, bro. 2013 Hypervenoms. You know how crazy that is? Those are Neymar's trademark shoes, bro. I was still playing ball when those shoes dropped. That's crazy. That's crazy that he's still playing with those. So those of you in the TikTok, if you want to check out the stream that we got going on YouTube, there's a lot more features on the screen. You can keep up with the game, the time, the score. Mbappe asked himself to be subbed off. Yeah, he did, which is why I'm a little weirded out. Maybe he felt like a cramp or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Poor game by Kylian Mbappe. I think this was a really poor game by Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, dude, I really want to see all the Real Madrid Academy players that Real Madrid that Arbeloa brought up to the first team this year. I think they've all shown enough flashes to be able to be loaned out to Como. Just send them to Como. Let Fabregas develop them. Fabregas is going to stay at Como at least for one more season. Honestly, if Hansi Flick ever leaves Barca, I could totally see him taking over. If Mikel Arteta ever leaves Arsenal, I could see Cesc Fabregas completely taking over. I think that would actually be really good for Arsenal, potentially. But I like Arteta as a coach. I just think that Arteta, unfortunately, doesn't have a good football leader. And that's why Arsenal struggle the way that they do. But that's just my opinion. How is Vinny's performance tonight? Bro, he's actually not played bad. I think he played significantly better than Mbappe. He scored the only goal of the match. It was a poacher's goal. Here's Vinny. He's through on goal. Bro. Through on goal. Yo, honestly, if you're asking, I'm assuming it's because you're a Vinny fan. I'm glad that you didn't see that play live because it was embarrassing. I think Vinny's played a solid game. But I just think that as long as him and Mbappe are playing on the same team, this team is just not going to have any sort of chemistry whatsoever. I stand by it. Kroos did say that people who blame both of them for Real Madrid's problems don't actually know ball. He said it in a more polite way, but he kind of said it in that sense. He says that there's no identity, there's no personality in the midfield. There's not enough personality in the midfield to be able to give. There's not enough personality in the midfield to not give. to be able to give Vinny and Mbappe the chance to really shine, which I think it makes sense to me. But I just don't think that they can get along together. Like, Mbappe really needs to sit down and work on his chemistry with everyone. Everyone except Arda Güler and Rodrigo. I'm telling you right now, Arda Güler, Rodrigo, and at times Jude Bellingham, they've shown to have great chemistry with Mbappe. They understand his runs, the space. The problem is that so as long as there's no real number 9 in the team, so as long as Mbappe and Vinicius hog the left side of the field, there's not going to be... I'm sick and tired of complaining over and over and over again about these two not understanding each other, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like there's not much I can tell you. I'm coming in with a bad pass. Rudiger, who by the way is set to stay for one more year, I am so excited. I am so happy that's the case. Oh, Fede Valverde with an incredible touch, and now the Real Madrid counter begins. Vinny on the ball, Vinny on the ball, Vinny on the ball, Vinny on the ball, Vinny on the ball. Step over. Oh, dude. The one time Vinny actually should be taking on the defender, doesn't take him on. But yeah, so to answer your question, I think Vinny's had a pretty solid game. Again, I think individually, the entire team has had a solid game except for Mbappe. Mbappe did not play well. Bellingham's played pretty decent. Pitar's played pretty decent. Valverde's been incredible. Mendy's been really good. Rudiger, Dean Huijsen's played a really solid game. Camavinga, come on, bro. I want to see Camavinga score, bro. Dude, midweek, I don't know if you guys saw this, but midweek, I actually saw a picture of Camavinga without any sort of hair, and I thought this guy just like decided to cut his entire hair off because of the mistake against Bayern Munich. I was like, okay, we might see prime Camavinga come out, and it was all AI generated. Alaba almost messed it up. Alaba will be leaving at the end of the season, which I'm glad that he is. Unfortunately for Alaba, I feel like outside of his first 2 seasons at the club, he hasn't been that good. I just don't think he's been that good. Unfortunately, I think injuries obviously played a really big part of it. Manuel Angel with a bad pass, possession loss, Betis on the ball. Yo, we're only winning 1-0. By the way, for those of you on the TikTok who don't know the score, we're 1-0. We're winning 1-0 right now, which is kind of crazy. A 1-0 win. That duo doesn't work, bro. Lack of consistency. Perez is the last boss for Madrid to sell Vinny. Listen, I think Florentino, a taxi cab driver in Madrid. No, that's such a big dive. Give him a fucking yellow, bro. That's a yellow, bro. That's no. That's a yellow, bro. That's a yellow. That's a dude. How are you not gonna yellow card? I guarantee you, he's not gonna yellow card him because he already has a yellow. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just complaining about the Camavinga Bayern Munich yellow, but there was contact, but he did such a poor job at selling the foul that I do think that Florentino, a taxi cab driver in Madrid, actually told me that he's kind of like a grandpa, that he has reached the age in which he now sees the players playing kind of like his grandkids, and for that reason he's gone soft. He's kind of repeating the same mistakes that, dude, but you can't dive like that, bro. You can't dive like that and then expect to get the foul given. Like, that's like the most Anthony play I've ever seen, bro. Shout out to Anthony, by the way, huge FIFA career mode legend. Camavinga, bro. Oh, Camavinga! Oh, dude, what a play by Camavinga. I want to see him score, bro, because I feel bad for him, dude. I don't want Camavinga's Real Madrid career to end as sour as it's going to end. Oof, that's a crazy foul by Vinny. Dude, how did Camavinga pull that off? I was not expecting that from Camavinga. Not expecting that from Camavinga. I did expect Camavinga to be a different player right now, though. I will admit. His first season at Madrid was legendary, bro. Camavinga's first season at Real Madrid, the kid was 17. I'm pretty sure he's only like 21, bro. Which is why I don't really want to sell him. I want him to stay at Real Madrid and let him be just a rotational player, bro. Let him be a rotational player. I think Camavinga's happy enough to just accept that. Oh, Vinny with the fake. Vinny toying with the Betis defenders. 1-0 Real Madrid. 1 minute left to go. I think this is it, bro. And by 1 minute left, I mean of added time. Added time, bruv. Insane how boring this game has been. It's been a good stream though. I will say. But again, I do think that one more season of Vinny's bullshit, and I guarantee you, Florentino's gonna change his mind. He has to, bro. If he doesn't, if Florentino eventually doesn't realize that Vinny and Mbappe are gonna be a problem playing together, it's not that Mbappe is a problem. It's not that Vinny is a problem. It's that they are both a problem together. That's how I see it. And I think that if Florentino doesn't realize that, I think it's because his time as president is done. And that really scares me, because finding a president that's able to stabilize things as Anthony with the shot, Anthony with the foul. How is that not a foul, bro? How is that not a foul? How is that not a fucking foul? Dude, no way, bro. No way, bro. They thought there was a league, bro. This is fucking bullshit, bro. Real Madrid just tied. Real Betis just tied. Real Betis with the tie, bro. If you thought there was any sort of hope for La Liga, well, here is your hope. Here is your fucking hope. Somebody please explain to me how that wasn't a foul. I saw a foul. Dude, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. People really want Arbeloa to stay. Somebody please explain to me how you want a coach who is incredible against the big teams, but against the small teams, he has the track record that he has. Are they reviewing it? No, but that's not the foul, right? That wasn't what I saw, right? Was that a foul? No way, bro. There's no way, dude. I am so sick and tired of this. Dude, Real Madrid, their ass, bro. I don't even know what to say anymore. And that's it. Did they call it? Dude, there's no way. There's just no way. There's no way that this is how the game ends, bro. Oh my god, if Bellingham scores that, bro, that would have been crazy, crazy. And Real Madrid drop points once again. Arbeloa signed for Real Madrid when Pellegrini was still the Real Madrid coach, by the way. Insane, dude. And Betis has been on some really poor form lately, and look at us. Insane, dude. He did pull him down in that play, bro, but like, is it enough for Camavinga to be asleep like that? Mendy, like, the level of play is just not there, bro. The level of motivation is just not there, bro. I hope we beat Barca in Clásico. That's as much as it goes. Real Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. Lunin, man of the match, honestly, with the amount of saves that he had, yeah. I agree. I agree. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. This is absolutely ridiculous. How was that not a foul? Honestly, in real time, it looked like a foul. In replay, it doesn't look like a foul. I don't know. This is La Liga, bro. I stop asking questions. I just accept that Just shitty calls after shitty calls after shitty calls, but dude, this is fucking bullshit, dude. I think we've won one La Liga match in the last 5, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy. January's, bro. Thank you for tuning in, man. Another disappointing loss. Even though it's not a loss, it's a tie, but to me, it feels like a loss. This is bullshit, bro. Lunin MVP. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, Real Madrid, what are we doing? I'm refusing to watch any game after this. Dude, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to stream Real Madrid games anymore. I will be streaming next week for the Champions League ties. I don't know if I'll be able to do it for both days, but I know for a fact that I will be streaming at least for the Bayern PSG clash. Then the second week, in the second leg, I will be streaming for all games. Have to see what happens with locks, so we can run back another tournament, give you guys some free gear. Football for life, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time, brother. I can't take Mbappe anymore, bro. I can't take Mbappe and Vinny together, bro. I'm telling you guys, this is not an Mbappe problem. Mbappe is not the problem, bro. The problem is not Mbappe. The problem is not Mbappe. The problem is Vinny and Mbappe cannot play together, bro. The team just doesn't flow well with the two of them up there, bro, because they don't understand which one of the two they have to play for. They don't. And Mbappe is a player that plays really well when the team plays for him, when the team lets him cook, when the team does everything outside of creating chances and scoring goals. That is when Mbappe really shines, and Mbappe is not. This is frustrating, man. This is so frustrating. Like, I cannot stand this. I cannot stand this. I don't know if I'm going to be... I'm telling you that I will potentially stream for the Barca match. I don't know. I really don't know what to do, bro. I really don't know what to do. Football for Life, thank you for tuning in, brother. Good night. Dude, this is depressing, bro. I cannot believe that. I was convinced this was going to finish 1-0. And then let's see what happens with the Barca match tomorrow. But forget about it, bro. Forget about it, bro. Forget about it. This is over. This is so over. Real Madrid about to be 11 points behind Barca. Watch Barca lose tomorrow, and we tied against Betis, bro. This is insane, bro. Yo, honestly, dude. Argasaha, brother. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to let you know right now that if you think Vinny tracks back and defends, I don't know what you're watching, bro. I don't know what you're watching. Like, I think you need to pay more attention to Vinny Jr. because I think Vinny presses just as much as Kylian Mbappe, and that's a problem because when you have more than one player in a team that presses that little, that defends that little, you have a problem. And I think Vinny, as someone who goes to the stadium, as someone who's consistently paying attention on how people are tracking back, and I can tell you that Vinny is the guy that pisses me off the most. Because Mbappe is a striker. He's a striker. He's playing the striker position. Vinny's a left wing. Vinny needs to press more. He needs to come back more. He needs to put in a lot more effort in that sense. And I'm telling you that that's just not the case. That's just not the case. I completely disagree with you, brother. I think Vinny does not track back. I don't think he presses. I think him and Mbappe are in the same boat. I am not saying that he's better or worse than Mbappe. I think that they are the same. They are the absolute same. It's just there's more that's expected from Vinny than Mbappe. It just doesn't happen. Aditya Madridista, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like this is what we've been seeing all season long. Vinny with a good poacher's goal. Mbappe had a crazy goal, crazy play by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Arguably, I'll say it again. I think he's arguably the most talented passer I've ever seen. I think it's insane how talented he is with that boot. And defensively, he's shown to be quite good this year. I think he has a point to prove for the World Cup squad. Don't know if he's going to get called up by Tuchel. I think Tuchel would be really stupid not to. But I don't know what to tell you guys. If Mbappe is a striker, then why not is he present in the box when it matters? That, you see, that, my friend, that is a good argument. That is actually something I can get behind. Saying that Vinny at least tracks back and presses, I think is a lie. I think you need to pay more attention. I'm not saying that you're lying. I just don't think that you're realizing how poor Vinny is in the defensive side of things. And Vinny's the type of player that when he's dribbling, he dribbles, he tries to get past the defenders, and when he realizes that he's not going to, he dives, complains. When he doesn't get the foul call on him, he's more worried about complaining and making a show and getting in arguments with the stands and everything instead of actually tracking back and getting the ball back. When it comes to the defensive side of things, Vinny pisses me off more. But what you're saying is true. If Mbappe is a striker, then why is he not in the box when it matters? He needs to crash the box. You're absolutely right. That's something that Mbappe really lacks. And until we get a player like that in the box, generating danger or worry for the defenders, because the defenders need to be worried. I cannot believe we conceded like that, bro. Hector Bellerin tying it in the 94th minute. In the 94th minute. Just when we thought that maybe, just maybe, LaLiga was going to get a tiny little bit more exciting. This is what happens, guys. This is what happens. What was Mendy doing? Honestly, I don't know. To me, in real time, it looked like a foul. In the replay, it doesn't look like a foul. I think Camavinga was also asleep in that play. I feel really bad for Camavinga, but again, even if you're one of my favorite players, I'm going to call you out on your bullshit if I see bullshit. I'm sad for Lunin. He can't have a clean sheet. Dude, honestly, we can't win a fucking La Liga game, bro. We won against Alaves midweek, and it was terrible. It was terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. We were this close to also getting tied in the end as well. I'm sick and tired of this Real Madrid team. I think it's time for a new manager. Those of you who really believe in Arbeloa, I want to know why. I really want to know why it is that people believe in Arbeloa. If you're going to tell me that we played well against Bayern, that we knocked out City, that we beat Atletico Madrid, that we knocked out Mourinho, bro, what about the game against Mallorca or the game against Girona or the game against Albacete? Like, it's great when you play great against the big boys. I think this Real Madrid team is very competent in terms of being able to win the Champions League. But if they want to win, I want to win everything. Guys, I want to win everything. I want to win the treble. Like, that's the only thing that Barca fans have. They want a treble. Any single season, Real Madrid can win a treble, and it can literally pump Barca fans' bubble. At that point, whatever it is that they're going to argue, they can. I want to win everything, and the only way we're going to win everything is if we are able to handle the small teams. At the beginning of the season, I made a prediction. Real Madrid are going to win the league. Why? Because under Xabi Alonso, they're going to be a lot more solid playing against the small teams. They're not going to draw points in stupid matches. And believe it or not, that's how it was with Xabi Alonso. The first half of the season, we were 7 points ahead of Barca, bro. 7 points ahead of Barca. And what happened? Vinny threw a little bitch fit in El Clásico, ruined the vibes of the locker room. Everything went to shit ever since. And here we are, back-to-back seasons without a trophy. It is what it is, guys. I bet I'm already blaming Vinny. Bro, I'm not blaming Vinny for anything. I think Vinny was significantly better than Mbappe today. But you need to understand, I don't blame Vinny. I don't blame Mbappe. I blame the two of them together. The two of them together kills the mojo of the team, because the mojo of the team is actually very solid when they understand who they're playing for, what they need to do. When they have one reference player, that's when Real Madrid plays their best football. It's not when Mbappe is not on the field. It's not when Vinny is not on the field. No, it's when both of them are on the field, the team just doesn't play well moving forward. I am not blaming Vinny. Vinny actually had a pretty decent game today. But again, I don't think we have a manager. I don't think we have a manager, and I just want Arbeloa to leave this season, telling the truth that this players are shit. Not at all his fault. I don't think these players are shit, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't think these players are shit. I just don't think that they have the right motivation. I don't think that they have the right coaching structure. They need to understand each other moving forward in terms of the counterattacks. Let me remind you that Mourinho's Real Madrid in 2012, the 2011-2012 season, Real Madrid was the best team in the world, by far. They won the league, breaking all sorts of records. I'm pretty sure they were the only Centurions to ever win the league with 100 points. La Liga de los Records, they lost to Bayern Munich on penalties in the Champions League semifinals. They would have won the Champions League that year because they were the best team in Europe. I'm telling you right now, this team is perfectly set up to play the way that team played. We need to bring in Mourinho, bro. Bring in Mourinho, save this Real Madrid project. literally pick out the cancers in the team. People are saying Mbappe's a cancer. People are saying Vinny's the cancer. I'm telling you right now, Mourinho comes in and says Mbappe's a cancer. I'm not even gonna think twice about it. I'm with Mourinho, bro. But I'm telling you, Mourinho's gonna come in and is gonna create a lot of issues in the locker room with Vinny. I said at the beginning of the season, Vinny was gonna create a lot of issues within the locker room. It cost Xabi Alonso his job. I think it's time to bring in a guy that's respected like Mourinho, with the legend that he has within the club, the reputation. I think he's the guy. But yeah, guys, it is what it is. To those of you who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I will be streaming for the PSG Bayern game on Tuesday. Wednesday will be a little tough. I will let you guys know whether I stream for the Atletico match, but for the second leg, I will be streaming for both matches. I don't think I will be streaming much for the Real Madrid season. I highly doubt it. Like I just don't see the point. I just really don't see the point. Why would you guys want to see Real Madrid eat shit? Why would you want to see me react to Real Madrid eating shit? It's just it is what it is. Dude. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. To those of you who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Again, I got videos dropping for you guys. I'm going to drop 3 tier list videos in the next couple of days talking about who Real Madrid needs to sell, who they need to sign, what manager they need to bring in. There's a lot of rumors going on, so there's a lot to talk about. I have a lot of content coming your way. Actually, I am happy for this draw because there is nothing left. We need a total revamp. I don't know if the squad needs a revamp like that. I think we need to bring in players and a coach that can actually gel the team together. That's what we need, guys. That's what we need. But yeah, to those of you on the YouTube, I will catch you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be streaming next week. Stay tuned for that. I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, my friends. Peace out, peace out, peace out. And to those of you in the TikTok, thank you for tuning in, guys. I have